Hey guys, hopefully everyone is doing well. Today's target is to solve question number 19, and the chapter which we are related with is bank reconciliation statement, and you can see here prepare a BRS. So we are needed to create a statement as usual. The first step is to seek for headings. There are three lines. First line is fixed for bank reconciliation statement, as you can see. Second line is for the date, and date here is 30th June. In previous question it was January, so now we are going to change it as June. Third step is to write down the name, and name is mentioned over here. Read out Mr. Zubair, and please note very carefully that it would be Mr. Zubair. Why I am asking you to note, because sometimes names are also very important in solution of the question. So let's start our question. Cash book showed overdraft. So it's cash book overdraft. First we will put the balance. Cash book overdraft, and we do know it should be credited. Look at here. Cash book overdraft. Rules are written beside it. And the next step is to see how much amount, and that is 32,000. Put 32,000 over here. Then we have our first statement over here. Checks paid in. Paid in means deposited. What we search in deposited? Uncredited checks. And look at here, have not yet been collected. So not collected, as usual, the rule is simple for not collected. It should be credited. Write down over here. Not collected or not credited, one of the same thing, and you can see that deposited but uncredited. These should be credited, and we have written on credit side. Let's see how much amount. It is 8,000. Put in amount column. Entry completed. Now second entry, 6,000 issued. Please note, under issued checks we search for unpresented or not presented, and you can see that not yet been presented clearly mentioned. It should be written on debit side. It is, why it is coming, the check is unpresented checks, and just write down the amount of unpresented checks. 6,000 issued but unpresented. We have got our amount. Write down 6,000 over here. Entry completed. Now fourth and third entry is 1,200 interest on overdraft. Overdraft, we do know it's a loan. So interest would be paid. Paid mean expense. Expenses, in expenses we do credit our bank account. So here we will put credit side, and we'll mention it is interest on overdraft. And you can see that another helping line is debited in passbook. So whatever would be in passbook, we will write exactly opposite over here. When there was debit in passbook, we will write credit. So in second way, we have decided it should be credited. And the amount for interest is 1,200. Just mention it. Fourth is collection charges 28. Charges, we are 100% sure that charges are expenses. In expenses, we do credit our bank account. Write down on credit side, this is collection charges. And how much amount it is? 28. We have put it. Fifth point, Mr. Zubair paid into his bank account a cash of 4,000. It means Mr. Zubair. Please note it down, Mr. Zubair. And we are solving this question for Mr. Zubair. But it was wrongly credited to Yusuf account. We usually have made the rule for wrong credit, but please understand this is little bit different. Actually, he has given wrong credit to Yusuf, and we do not know what or who Yusuf is. We have no knowledge who Yusuf is. We are actually making this bank reconciliation statement for Mr. Zubair. So we are concerned with Zubair. No matter whatever has been done for Yusuf, we are not concerned. Please note it down. We are not concerned with Mr. Yusuf because we are making bank reconciliation statement for Zubair. So Zubair had deposited his amount in bank. So what entry he was required to do? He has to increase his bank account, or bank account was meant to be debited. When Zubair had debited the bank account, opposite to it, bank should credit the name of Zubair. Understood? So bank was supposed to credit the name of Zubair, but instead of that, he had credited Yusuf by mistake. So it means Zubair was meant to be credited, but bank had not given credit to Mr. Zubair. So mistake has been found out, and now we will ask the banker to credit Zubair again. So here it would be credited, missed entry you can say, and amount is 4,000. Just put 4,000 over here. Please note once again, Mr. Zubair deposited amount. He should debit the bank account and bank should credit Zubair's name. But bank had not given credit to Zubair. So after realization of mistake, if Zubair was not given credit, now he would be given credit in our reconciliation. In this way, entry has been completed. So let's see what next entry we do have, and we do need some space as well. Let's put it over here. This is not needed. We have created little more space for the last entry. On June, bank received interest. Please note it down. It is received. Received means it is your income. Income means bank has been increased. It should be debited. So we will put over here a debit interest received, which should be debited. Let's see how much amount, and that is 3,000. Just put 3,000 over here. So guys, in this way our entries have been completed. It's time to take the sum of both sides. Sum of credit side we are taking. It is 45. Now let's take the sum of debit side. Only two amounts are present, where unpresented checks and bank received 3,000. So in this way both sum have been calculated. Now we are needed to take the difference of total of credit side, subtract total of debit side. It is 36,228, and look at here, 36,228. Answer has been calculated and matched. It's time to mention the sign. Here you can see larger amount is 45, which is credit, so sign of larger amount would be mentioned. And over here, as usual, we will always mention add over here, and in lower portion we will mention less. So guys, now here cash book was the starting book, and we will put passbook over here, and you can see that the sign of your answer is credit. We will put sign debit. Same answer would be written over here. So answer is passbook debit 36,228. So you can see passbook debit 36,228. So guys, in this way our question has been completed. Your answer has been matched. All entries completed. Solution is in front of you. But even then, I am requesting you to please practice this question by yourself. And after practicing, if you are feeling anything difficult, you are very open to put your questions through messages, text, or you can directly contact for your problems. I am 100% sure that I'll be available instantly to answer your queries. So it's time to end our lecture for today. Thank you very much for your time. It's time to say goodbye. Allah Hafiz.